So the big question for today is, do you believe in second chances? That is the question that today's podcast is going to be dealing with, and hopefully can give you some answers to that big question. My name is Joan Nwosu, and welcome to the Second Chances podcast. It was sometime in June of 2017. I was at the Humber Bay emergency ward, sitting there all by myself, freezing, but most importantly, I was bleeding. The bleeding had started about an hour earlier. In the middle of the night, I woke up, I felt some wetness on my skin, and I knew it couldn't be good. So I rushed to the hospital, drove myself, and here I was, waiting for a doctor to see to me. If you've ever been at the emergency ward, you know it's not really a real emergency because you get to spend 6 to 10 hours waiting to see a doctor. As I sat there feeling very miserable for myself, and in a moment of despair, knowing that yet again, my greatest nightmare was about to come to pass. I was having yet another miscarriage. But this was a different miscarriage because not only was I 10 weeks pregnant with a set of twins, I had gone through IVF to get to where I was. So all my hopes were slipping away gradually, and life seemed like a blur. But again, I was all alone. I wasn't all alone because I was single. No, I was all alone because my partner and I at the time had an argument 2 weeks earlier, and he had stormed out of the house, and I hadn't heard from him since. He was well aware that I was pregnant, and it was a turbulent pregnancy because, again, like I said, we had gone through a lot of treatments and IVF to get to the point where we were. But yet, here I was, alone. As I sat there waiting for the doctors to show up, for the nurses to give me some glimmer of hope that maybe this was all in my head and maybe it was just natural that I was bleeding mid-pregnancy. But I knew the truth. I knew that this was it. I knew that there was a message in this for me. And so, I started to feel sorry for myself. I started to slip into victim mode. I started to think about all the limiting beliefs that I had always held on to. There is no one for me. I'm meant to be alone. It's too late for me. All the good ones are taken. No one can love me. I'm not worthy of love. I am not lovable. As those words went through my head and my heart, I felt pain. Again, not pain because of the bleeding I was going through or the contractions that I was feeling in my abdomen. No, it was a wrenching pain in my heart, knowing that yet again, I was alone. But now those voices were actually right. I was not lovable. I was losing hope. I was sure it was over for me. I didn't want to go through this ever again. I decided that there was no second chances, that the marriage that I had divorced from a few years before was it for me. That was my one and only chance, and it was gone. I was destined to be alone. And so as I sat there, coming to terms with my newfound belief in myself, where I was going to be alone forever, I heard a voice, a whisper, very subtle. And it said, "You were loved. You were worthy." Worthy? I didn't know what that meant, but I liked it. It was like a flicker of a candle, like a candle that was about to go off, and now there's just that flicker of hope, just holding on. You were worthy. I held onto that phrase for a very long time, repeating it to myself almost every day. You are worthy, Joan. You are worthy of love. You are lovable. I didn't believe it at first, but I kept saying it. I kept saying it. I clung to it like my life depended on it. I clung to it because there was nothing else I had. There was nothing in my existence, my current existence, that proved otherwise. But I held on. I held on thinking, I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm lovable. I'm lovable. And so today, fast forward how many years later, I sit and I wake up every day and I look at Davide tell me, I love you, I am in love with you. And without a shadow of doubt, those words come back to me. And I say, yes, I am worthy. I am worthy. You are worthy too. Have you gone through any situations in your life where all hope feels lost? Where yet again you've been disappointed by love, you've chosen the wrong person, you have gone through a lot of emotional roller coaster, and you have decided that maybe there is nobody for me, maybe I am not worthy, maybe I am just wasting my time, maybe second chances do not exist. I have been there. But I'm here to tell you today, it starts with you believing. You cannot have what you do not believe to be true. If you believe that it is done and dusted, there was only one love ever and you have had your chance and you can never find love again, then that's what it's going to be. So let me be that voice in your ear today that is telling you, like I was told back in 2017 while I was having a miscarriage, you are worthy. You are lovable. Carry that belief with you today. The journey to a second chance starts with you being open to a second chance, believing that the second chance is actually a possibility. That it is not impossible, but it is possible. You are loved. You are worthy. And so my journey, even though it hasn't been all bells and whistles, all smiles and happiness, but it has been worth it. It has been great. It has been beautiful. The highs, the lows, it's all for my growth. It's all for your growth. It's all for our growth. And together we can figure out how to navigate this thing called love so that we can have the beautiful ending that we truly desire. And so that began my journey of worthiness, my journey believing in a second chance. And that's how I got to where I am today. And that's how you can get to where you want to be, if you desire it. I say second chance, but it's not about the numbers. There are multiple chances. You will get a do-over over and over again. But it is worth it. Keep saying yes to love. Keep saying yes to falling in love, to being open to love, to finding the one that, you know that feeling. The one that just makes everything worth it. The one that you look at and you just know, yes, I do believe in second chances. Yes, it is worth the pain. It is worth the healing. It is worth the journey. So as I speak to you today and I look at the ring on my finger, it's not a ring of, oh, look at me, I have arrived. No, it is a reminder that I do believe in second chances. That we all get a do-over in life. And that it is up to us to take that mantle, to believe that we are worthy and move forward on this journey. That's how my story started. And as we keep talking, you will learn more about the journey. The journey has been a beautiful one, but not without its challenges. And I'll be sharing more and revealing as I go. So let me know today, what story are you willing to write about your life? Do you believe in second chances? Thanks for listening to today's episode on Second Chances Podcast. Till next time, sending you love and light. Signing out, Joan.